Ministry now coming together after an accident injured several crew members. It happened on the set of the movie The Pickup, starring Eddie Murphy. Atlanta News First, Yasmina Alston is live near the Atlanta OSHA office downtown. Yasmina, the agency is now looking into the incident, and I understand video of the crash hit social media over the weekend.
Ellen, that's right. An OSHA spokesperson confirms they are investigating the incident, which sent 2 crew members to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. We know that a 3rd crew member also went to the hospital with serious injuries. That incident involved 2 vehicles on that set. 2 victims have been identified that were severely injured in an incident on a Metro Atlanta movie set. This is Marvin Haven. According to a GoFundMe page started by his family, he has been working as a dolly grip for nearly 30 years. He's in the ICU with extensive injuries to his ribs, neck and back, and other parts of his body. Wayne Rowe was also injured and works in special effects, according to his family's page. The incident injured 8 people total and happened at the Stockmar Airport in Villa Rica. Georgia State Patrol says an armored car and a BMW X5 were doing a stunt sequence. They say the front of the armored car at one point made contact with the back of the BMW, leading to both vehicles eventually overturning.
The outpouring doesn't surprise me. I mean, thankfully these incidents don't happen that often, although it does always feel like too often, even ever is too often. But you know, one of the things I've been able to witness is just, you know, when it happens to one person, it feels like it happens to everybody who works in the industry.
We spoke with Christopher Escobar about the incident and about the strong support system within the film industry. Escobar is the executive director of the Atlanta Film Society and extremely busy with the ongoing Atlanta Film Festival. Yet he was proof that those involved in film will make time for others in the industry.
It's important that we're able to get together and celebrate and get together and mourn and get together and learn together. You know, I mean, we're always better when we are together.
Haven's GoFundMe page as of Monday afternoon raised over $115,000. It's unclear what exactly went wrong in that incident, but Escobar says he's seen the impact community support has had in past incidents on movie sets.
Outpouring support, a demand to try and, you know, improve conditions, you know, a mindfulness of trying to find better ways to do things, you know, and I think that's what's important is, you know, finding a way to both be able to do the work but do it safely.
And we did reach out to Amazon MGM Studios about the incident, and to learn more, we will update you once we get those answers. Live in downtown Atlanta, Yasmina Alston, Atlanta News First.
And we'll be looking for that update, Yasmina. Thank you.